Anivia. Haven't seen her in a while.
Mukluk,
Oh god. I did not realize her names were still on.
3
Alright, I'm gonna quiet them
without
after this
missing
one.
a single day.
Oh my god.
I don't take a weekend.
Anivia says, hold up, Commander. The thing is, remember how that Crusader went missing a while back and then he was found outside the city walls disemboweled? She gives you a searching look. What are you talking about? A couple of weeks back, a Crusader went missing. Young guy. You opened an investigation in the Citadel even, but it was a bust. His body turned up a few days later. That's all that came of the inquiry. But I never gave up on the investigation, even when everybody else stopped digging. I know we're at war and that people are dying left and right, but that's no reason to turn a blind eye to crime. So that's it, Commander. Another Crusader has just gone missing. He left the barracks to come here. He would have gone past the gates. My gut tells me that the killer won't keep him alive for long. So, Commander, you need to start searching this area right now and try to find out where he's been taken. Tell me about the missing Crusader. He's the youngest son of a poor nobleman from Mendev. He's called something Rillik or Rilak. He's young, barely out of the nursery, and then he decided that he was a man now, so off to where he went. You know how it goes. Maybe he went out to get some fresh air and he'll stroll back in any moment. What's the point in raising the alarm? Listen, Commander, do you trust me or not? If you do, then just do as I say, find the kid, and we'll talk. Do you know who the murderer is? I don't have a clue. Succeeded out of perception. Anivia's answer comes too quickly, her gaze dropping before she could force herself to meet your eyes. What are you not telling me? I'm telling you the truth and nothing but the truth. I have my own theories, sure, but nothing concrete, so it's best if I keep my mouth shut on that front. This is all quite unexpected. Death shows up often when you least expect it. It's not like I picked the timing. Alright, I'll search for the guy for now, but, yeah, I feel like, you know, she's about to join Regil in the I'm disappointed in you department pretty soon. Alright, I'll search for him. Get going, then. He passed the gates and took a right. Ask around, check the buildings. I'll be waiting for you here. I wonder if I have time to rest. He passed the gates and took a right? Like, which gates? There's two sets of gates.
Follow my lead.
There's no one here to interact with. Random house I can enter?
As it should be.
Trapdoor. Chip, get down from there.
That is not far.
Ceiling cat is watching you loot. Pet Chip. I don't know where Chip is right now. Or I don't know where real Chip is right now. Tato King, sure. Alright, that's it for that house. Oh, here's one. Abandoned building. Ceiling cat, how old are you? I've never made a secret of the fact that I am 80 and I'm moisturized.
I'll go ahead.
I mean, I'm really buffed up, but I really don't want to get in a fight with exhaustion. Bloodshot eye. A thick layer of dust lying untouched on the table for years has been wiped away in the middle of the tabletop. A man's clothes are heaped on the floor. They were taken off in a hurry. We're gonna find a naked guy in here. Crooked paw. You can hear muffled sighs coming from the next room. Camellia.
Ready for anything.
How lovely to see you here.
Hearing steps behind her, Camellia whips around and freezes. She glances at the bloodied dagger in her hand and then at the dead body at her feet. Mukluk, how lovely to see you here, she says evenly. Her lips quiver for a fraction of a second before settling into an unimpeachably polite smile. What's going on here, Camellia?
Socorus is an ancient land. The spirits of these places have spoken to people since time immemorial, and some of those people heard them and were able to respond. The shamans of Socorus were always held in high esteem. They knew the will of the spirits, the will of the land itself. Many Khelids would come to the shamans to learn what the spirits desired in order to gain their support.
Your time is running out.
You're not one for patience. You know, I've liked that about you right from the off.
Camelia's eyes narrow and you detect a mixture of irritation and amusement. The girl licks her lips, which seem suddenly to have become dry.
When the world wound opened and the demons poured into Golarion, they drowned Socorus in blood. The earth moaned as it soaked up the blood of Khelids, crusaders, and demons. The spirits drank this blood, slowly becoming deranged and turning into incarnations of madness and pain. Look what Socorus has turned into. It's an open wound on the body of Golarion. The world wound has changed it beyond all recognition. And the spirits, these poor creatures have been corrupted. Twisted by war, they moan and they howl, but only shamans can hear their senseless cries of
So what, is she
agony.
going crazy because she's hearing ghosts scream constantly or something?
I am a shaman. Maria, the spirit I am bonded with, is mad and can speak of nothing but her endless hunger for blood. I give her what she asks for. I feed her the blood of crusaders.
Maria is the name of the spirit that lives in Camelia's amulet. Camelia believes her to be the spirit of the land of Sarkoris. The spirit is insane, but may hold the key to healing this land. Usually when a shaman bonds with a spirit, the spirit just whispers them like advice and stuff like that.
The spirits of Socorus can no longer speak to shamans. All I can hear is the cacophony of their howls, screams, and laments. But there is a way to restore their sanity. By performing rituals. Bloody but effective rituals. When the untainted blood of the Crusaders cleanses the corruption that Maria fed on for centuries, the spirit will regain her sanity and I shall be able to speak to her. I shall be able to ask her advice, to find out how we can heal the world wound. Tell me, isn't this knowledge worth a handful of lives?
Maybe like a prisoner's life or something, not like our good soldiers. Perception check. Passed. This isn't your first or even second victim, is it? How many have you killed?
Too few. Maria's hunger is still so great. Her pain cannot be soothed by a single victim. But success is within my grasp. I can feel it. It is even possible that today's victim will be the last.
Who was the young man, your victim?
He's the youngest son of a noble from Mendiv. I believe his name was Rillick or Relic. I think the dolt was in love with me. He was ever so eager to come with me to this house. One hint was all it took. He is of no interest to me. Maria wanted his blood, so I sacrificed him. The rest is immaterial.
I don't believe in this nonsense. You know what? Let me tweak that. Maybe she's telling the truth. Maybe the spirits are going insane. Doesn't affect us. It doesn't affect us. Like, she's killing our troops. That affects us. The spirits screaming, that affects you. You could go home. You could leave, and you don't have to hear the voices anymore, and we just get to kick the shamans out of our army, or the shaman if it's just you. And then you stop killing us. So yeah. Who won first? We already know who Maria is. I'm gonna say you maniac. Your crimes will not go unpunished.
You wish to kill me? Do your worst, Commander.
I never leveled you up. So you're gonna be pretty bad. Her eyes narrow to slits and her lips tremble from barely veiled excitement.
Save the last one for me.
My skeletal marksman appears to be in the void. I don't know what's going on there.
A calculated risk.
Good fight, idiot. I fought you fully exhausted. Give me my crap back.
Focus on the goal. I know the way.
Freaking gonna come at me. Never leveled her up.
Follow my lead.
Did Anivia know it was her? Anivia's gonna be waiting outside. Hey! Surprise, surprise. Anivia stretches lazily and yawns, but her eyes are fixed on you. Well, Commander, have you solved the problem? Tell me honestly, what exactly do you know about this crime? Crime? What crime? Anivia says with a smirk before becoming deadly serious. Listen, Commander, I was just using my brain, following certain individuals, and listening to what people were saying on the street. I had my suspicions, but what are suspicions worth? On their own, nothing. I didn't have any proof. I'm not Erebeth. I'm not going to go digging for the truth, because if I had dug it deep enough, the Knight Commander would be down a companion. Smack bang in the middle of a war. How would that help anything? I'm not going to be the one to scupper this crusade, so I'll be keeping my mouth shut. Anivia speaks slowly, staring into your eyes. I trust that you'll handle this in whatever way is best for the crusade. If you want to tell Erebeth everything, go ahead, it's your call. The problem's been solved. That's all I needed to know. Thanks, Commander. Man. So if you wanted, if you liked Camellia as a companion, my guy is super encumbered, so we're gonna, well, if I can. Why can't I mount up?
Waiting.
That's super weird. It won't mount up. Okay, whatever. So if you wanted to keep her as a companion, you have to, accept the fact that she murdered folks. Okie doke. You know what? Let's stop by the merchants if we can. Will sir, let me talk to you for a sec. Alright, bulk sell all the crap. And good. Alright, and now let's go to the castle. Lots of people are exhausted. I kept her and finished her storyline today. It's dark. Part of me wonders if she was actually, maybe she did have the spirit of healing the land, but you had to let her do all that dark stuff first. However, the fact that she seemed completely okay with repeatedly killing my allies did not sit well with me. Zacharias is frustrated. Oh my god, I just realized. Her dad. Her dad is still one of the merchants in the crusade. I wonder if he's gonna find out what happened. Zacharias' irritated voice barges into your mind without warning. Student, the time has come. My preparations for the ritual are complete. Go to the ziggurat at once. I intend to grant you immortality as soon as possible, and then I shall depart this land once and for all. Silence is your answer. Fox Lady. Commander, the capital needs you to take decisive action. There has been a major scandal. The nation of Andoran, our diplomatic partner, has sent its army to help the crusade. However, this apparently generous gesture is nothing more than a political provocation. The Andorans notice that the emerging rapprochement... Define rapprochement. First of all...
Rapprochement.
Really? That's very boost-goose. An establishment or resumption of harmonious relations.
Rapprochement.
The Andorrans notice the emerging rapid cement between Mendev and Sheliax and have been jeopardized. They wish to widen the divide between Nerosian and Ejorian, and so they have deliberately sent their army on our territory without our approval. If Mendev accepts this help, it will cool our relations with Isger and the suzerain Sheliax. The Royal Council command, that is to say expects, you to reject Andorran aid. She was about to say commands. Direct them toward Her Majesty's court. They are welcome to negotiate with the capital. Unfortunately, we can't disregard the decision made by Her Majesty and the Council. Sociel pauses and suddenly gives you a sly smile. But those Andorrans didn't come here empty-handed. They brought weapons and supplies. Let them share those with us, since Nerosian forbids them from joining our army. Darren regards Lady Konami with feigned disapproval. Come now, Lady Konami, all this suspicion. I am sure the Andorrans are driven by nothing more than benevolence and concern for our collective future. We simply must accept them as dear friends. Okay, let's look at the options. So Sociel, tell the Andorrans will accept weapons and supplies, but not soldiers. You get 6,000 finance points. Footmen, champions, shield bearers, spearmen, convicts, and conscripts gain 3% maximum hit point. Darren, we will accept Andorran's health. You get 28 hedge knights. Paladins, cuirassiers, hedge knights, raiders, and light cavalry get 3 to AC. Reinforcements from the homeland. 10 cuirassiers, 30 champions, 30 marksmen, and crusader morale increases. Morale's good, and marksmen are good. Alright. I will act according to the will of Nerosian. The capital will appreciate your willingness to toe the line. Rest assured, everything we forfeited will be amply compensated by the treasury. With that, this meeting is adjourned. I doubt there will be a need to assemble the diplomatic council anytime soon. It will take a while for Nerosian to deal with all the internal fuss and the squabbles with foreigners. That is, to resolve important political matters. For the time being, Dresden will be left on its own devices. I guess that's a hint that there won't be any more interruptions from them for a while. Dorgelinda Stranglehold. Hail! Dorgelinda Stranglehold salutes you with a bad hand. Amidst the critical shortage of supplies, a number of soldiers who call themselves Fellows of the Crusade have set up a black market in the army. They steal everything that's not nailed down, trade medicine for swords, and spell scrolls for tobacco and rations. They know better than to ask for anything than from command, so they take care of themselves, and if someone's not happy with the trade, out come the knives. I don't know how to deal with it except by alleviating the shortage of essential supplies. We should press Mendev for more deliveries, and we need to sort out storage, build some decent warehouses. Right now, it's a thief's paradise. If someone is in need of something, we are the ones who must provide it. We should ask the priests of many different gods. They have wealth and influence. Maybe they can help. All right. If I ask the priest, energy point income increased and finance points increased. Only one shrine can be built in each fort. Dorgelinda says a warehouse increases finance point income by 100 if built next to an inn. Material point income by 1 if built next to a supply center. Energy point income by 1 if it's next to sanctuary. Only one warehouse can be built in each fort. Okay, so we get a new thing we can build. In supply center. Alright, demand all that you can of Nerosian. Affirmative. I'll latch onto them and I won't let go till they give us everything we need. And I'll organize for new warehouses to be ready when the supply caravans arrive. Guarded warehouses. So I'm guessing we just got the ability to build warehouses in the city building screen. Rehai, didn't get to ask or hear most of the streams since I got pulled to a raid before I got to log in. How goes the crazy hours a day? It's going good. The only crazy so far is one of our teammates that appeared to be a murdering psychopath, and we just killed her. Yikes. Thank you for making the call, Commander. I'll report all further developments directly to you. If you run into anything else that requires your attention, I will immediately convene the council. Okay. All right.
I'll go ahead.
Let's rest and get these nasty debuffs off everybody. Hopefully our Lich friend isn't bothered if I rest before I meet up
They
with him.
say the worthiest fighters become devils in hell. If it's true, it's only fair. Lazy fighters can retire, but for true warriors, death is no reason to shirk its duty.
It's weird. I've been doing his accent in the way that I've been doing it for so long that when I hear him talk, I'm like, terrible voice acting. That's not how he sounds. Like, that's what goes through my head. The original, like, the voice actor for him, I'm like, you're wrong. You're wrong. Zacharias. All right, let's go get a lichy power up.
I know the way.
Where is...
I am prepared.
There we go. Alright, aspect of the stag. We're faster now. Muck's voice acting boost goose. Summon undead ogres. We'll see. Is it time to get an upgrade? I hope so. I want the undead bard teammate since we replaced Loranity with... Oh, the whole party's here. Since we... Oh, I wanted to swap him out for Shulk. Alright, quick save. Dude, I bet Sela's gonna try to stop it. Zacharias beckons you impatiently. Perfect. Now that you're here, we can proceed. Remember this moment and accept fate's greatest gift to you. You, my young student, are about to discover eternal life and power beyond imagining right here, right now. Before we begin, can you explain what will happen? He waves you aside dismissively. Are you quite serious? It would take years for me to explain how my ritual works. To do so would be to defeat the ritual's very purpose. With a resounding crack of his bones, Zacharias spreads his arms widely. Welcome to immortality, Commander. My guy's kneeling. Spectral fingers grasp your very being with immense power. Their predatory grip causes pain and odd numbness. You feel as though an unknown power is trying to rip your soul from your body, and it succeeds. You feel yourself drifting apart from your body. Your heartbeat slows, becoming distant and barely perceptible. I'm guessing like a phylactery? All right. Well, I've committed to this path. All right, give into it. Submitting to the spectral power, your spirit is smoothly released from its mortal flesh. Suddenly, the spectral power disappears. Everything around you freezes. You look at your own breathless body with unexpected curiosity, and yet nothing happens. How odd. Precisely when the spirit was being expelled, I discovered a strange arcane connection between you and something, or someone. The connection is strong, yet its nature utterly eludes me. Have you ever been enchanted? Personally blessed by a god? No, that's not it. You are a rather complicated personality, aren't you, student? One thing is clear, unless we ascertain what produced these spiritual bonds, I shall not be able to perform the ritual without risking your life. If the ritual goes awry, we shall both suffer greatly. My oaths drain me of my power and reduce me to ash. Divination revealed to me a dark place, empty like an old broken shell, yet still resounding with the echoes of the great deeds of the past. This mysterious place lies to the southwest. Go there and find it. Trust your senses. You will recognize its trail when you come across it. That is not the only problem I see. It is possible it was to our good fortune that the ritual failed so completely. Your soul is not ready to embrace existence in the guise of undeath. It is flush with naive fantasies about good, mercy, and other miserable illusions that one preaches to the rabble. You must remedy this. Wait, what? What do you want me to go, like, burn down an orphanage? Wait, what exactly went wrong? Your being was supposed to detach from your body effortlessly. Your ephemera is powerful yet pliant. Reinforced by my magic, it would be safe long enough for me to complete its metamorphosis and place in the phylactery. But this strange connection tightened and literally snatched your being from my hands. The cause may lie in your powers of divine origin, which you have displayed several times. Whatever it is, I shall not repeat the ritual until we ascertain what we are dealing with. The consequences could be dire for us both. We will try again. Only when we know all there is to know about it. We cannot risk your life, for my oaths will be broken if the ritual destroys you. And if that happens, then no matter what your fate may be, I shall envy it. I have excised the last vestiges of good from my soul? What? Alright, I'm leaving. Okay. Dang, man, I was hoping we were gonna level up. I was hoping this thing was gonna level up. I want my skeleton bard. I want my skeleton that goes, dude. Alright, borrowed... Oh, I need to do this still. Alright, so I gotta talk to people for Arushale's quest to ask them about their dreams. No goody good liches are allowed. What if I burn down an orphanage and then he turns me into a lich and then I raise all the orphans back to life, like it never happened? Then he couldn't stop me from being a good lich.
Follow my lead.
All right, Regil. Regil stands with his hands behind his back, his favorite pose, it would seem. He seems submerged in thought, but gathers himself immediately as you approach. His pale yellow eyes examine you inquisitively. Knight Commander, it's good you found time to meet me. There is a matter of some urgency I must discuss with you. It was incredibly interesting, the power you and your companions received during the fight at the Grey Garrison, and now my interest has been gratified. The power your companions received has passed on to me as well. It manifested after my usual evening reckoning. I believe I now present a true threat to the creatures and initiates of chaos. The imprisoned cultists we kept for certain observations experienced this firsthand. He tested his new power by beating the crap out of a prisoner. Regil's voice is unemotional, almost bored, but leaves no doubt as to the cultist's fate. Striking, isn't it? Divine intervention at a critical moment is rare, but not beyond imagining. But in this case, part of the power that you received through this intervention has passed to someone who joined you well after the fateful moment had passed. I hope that you remember who the source of your power is, and that you serve them loyally. I'm gonna be a little hardball with him because of how he acted earlier. By the same token, I hope that you remember that the Hell Knights are not your toy soldiers. In any case, this is shallow philosophizing. You must have some questions for me. I thought I would need to talk to him about the dreams. Hang on. Can I ask questions about yourself? Of course. Oh, I forgot about this. The bleaching. Yeah, so I'll just read it. I remember this from Kingmaker. The bleaching is the name given to the physical decolorization and aging of a gnome and is caused by a lack of exposure to new and exciting experiences. The bleaching of color is accompanied by a psychological decline first into depression and apathy and eventually madness and death. Gnomes' efforts to fend off the bleaching only serve to fuel their racial curiosity and whimsy, giving them a somewhat manic edge. Some claim that the bleaching is the result of the gnomes leaving the First World thousands of years ago. The few gnomes who survive the bleaching develop enigmatic wisdom and a connection to the natural world, earning them the name Bleachlings. So yeah, if they don't find new and exciting things, basically they start to turn paler and more depressed and eventually die. So that's why they're constantly like running around with wanderlust trying to experience new things. So, forgive me for asking a personal question, but your hair is going gray and your skin is rather pale. Is it it's the bleaching, right? Of course it's the bleaching. He shrugs indifferently. Are you doing anything to fight the bleaching? What do other races do to fight old age? He allows himself a brief smirk. I know what made you ask the question. My kin have earned a certain reputation for the vain attempts to stave off the inevitable. Luckily for the rest of the world, not all gnomes are prepared to spread chaos with their reckless escapades. There are some among us who accept the natural order of things. The bleaching has no effect on my ability to carry out my duties, and therefore it has no, how should I put it, personal meaning for me. Alright, thank you for your answers. He nods. Until next time. Alright, so he's not the person to talk to. Let's try Erebeth. I have a question for you that might seem strange, but as the commander, I need to know your answer. What do you dream of? I don't keep secrets from you, Commander. I used to think reclaiming Dresden was a hopeless dream, but now, thanks to you, even winning this war seems possible. Still, the victory is our common cause, the dream of the entire Crusade forces. My personal dream is more modest, putting an end to Baphomet's Templars once and for all to prevent them from